Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor 500 HELP.
That's right. Taylor 500 HELP if you're sweltering in the heat. If you need air conditioning, if you need them to come over and put central air in, call Taylor 500 HELP. They will come over and they will do you a great service. Call Jerry because he's going to set everything up for you. He's going to make sure that the boys over at Taylor Heating and Plumbing, have you nice and cool, and so that your hair stays curled and it doesn't flop in the humidity. That's my big concern. Hey, listen, 500 HELP is the number. They do everything at Taylor Heating and Plumbing: air conditioning, heating, plumbing, home energy, comprehensive maintenance plans, financing, and duct cleaning to make sure you're nice and cool and you don't have any allergies. See how great Taylor is? I love them. Call Taylor 500 HELP. Precision Lawn and Garden, 195 North Avenue in Webster, open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturday 9 to noon. You're jealous of your neighbor's lawn? I get it. Get a lawnmower that will actually help you make your lawn look good. Precision Lawn and Garden has been providing Rochester and the surrounding area services for a long time, since 1969. So Justin and Kimberly up at Precision Lawn and Garden will help you pick out the big daddy of all mowers so that your lawn looks better than your neighbor's. And isn't that the point? You want your yard to look better than the neighbor's. They have new models, on sale models, all still products: Cub Cadet, Ferris, and Toro. Precision Lawn and Garden, 195 North Avenue in Webster. And of course, you want your driveway to look fantastic too, right? Call Express Sealers, not a fly-by-night company. They're not one of those door knocker sealing companies. Protect your investment. They do power trimming. They do the edges. They treat grease spots. Professional hand-applied commercial-grade seal coat. Express Sealers, 645-2010, 645-2010. Call the best. And if you're looking for work, Express Sealers are the guys. They are looking for steady help, and they pay great wages. That is 645-2010.
Live from the We the People broadcast studio in Saunaville, Irondequoit. Here's Kimberly.
It's muggy.
It
is nice and humid today. Hi, Kimberly's Revolution.
We're hot.
We're hot and humid. That's what we're doing with it. Yeah, my hair was curled today. This is my major problem today, is my hair went beep straight.
There you go.
It is. And I'm sweating. You know what? I don't sweat. Women of a certain age, we glow.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Are you going to go? We don't sweat, do we, guys? We glow. It's a nice look. So welcome to all our revolutionaries out there. Kimberly's Revolution, brought to you by Rock Vox Productions and Scott Fitzy over Bushnell's Basin. He's the one that orchestrates all this, makes it happen. Of course, Austin is in studio with us today. Hi, Austin.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello there.
Just Tom.
Just me.
Just Tom is here today. Coming up after our show, you don't want to miss him, Matt Fritz. Matt Fritz is going to be doing his show live.
Nice. From
the We the People Podcast Network studios right here in sunny, humid, and hot Irondequoit, New York. So you don't want to, he's the big Trumpy. He's the Trumpster. He loves Trump. And so I'm sure he'll have something to say about Trump being kicked off Facebook for the next 2 years. I'm sure Matt will have something to say about that. So the We the People Podcast Network growing as we speak. If you think you have something to say and you're pretty good at it, let us know and we can watch something on Facebook. We joined with yesterday, Jose Pio, the city councilman in the Northwest District of Rochester, has joined the We the People Podcast Network. So yay.
Really excited for that.
We signed him up and he's going to be doing a show every Monday from the We the People Podcast studios right here in Irondequoit, right where I'm sitting. Antonio Fritz is awesome. Yes, he is. Antonio Ramos.
Kimberly, I don't know what political party Jose is, but whatever he is, sign me up for that.
He is.
Yeah.
I think he's
infectious.
I think he's a moderate Democrat.
Well, I guess that's what I am now.
So he's not one of these really leftists. He's just kind of a moderate Democrat. He's got a mind of his own. He's not going to be pushed around by the mayor or her minions. Guy's got a lot to say. He's a business owner. He's ex-military. I mean, someone said, and by the way, today's show is called "Let Me Tell You About My Best Friend," because today is National Best Friend Day. So that's the name of the show today. But let me tell you something. Yesterday, when Jose Pio was on, the city councilman from the Northwest District of Rochester, and it's the largest district in Rochester. It goes all the way from 490.
494. Well, no, he said Lyle Avenue to Beach Ave.
Lyle Ave to Beach Ave. That's a
Right.
lot. That's a lot of space in there, right?
Well, some of it's skinny.
Yeah, some of it's skinny. But so someone said, I can't think of anybody more narcissistic than this guy that you have on the show. Well, I don't want to psychologize. I'm not one of these people that can psychologize someone. I do not think that Jose Pio is narcissistic necessarily. I think he has got a good head on his shoulders. I think he is confident. I think which we all have to be. But I mean, let's just think for a second. The guy ran for city council. I think you have to be a little bit sure of yourself.
Yeah.
When you run for city council, you have to believe that you have something to offer, that whatever you're doing is better than the next guy. I can't think of anyone in this business who is in politics or who is in media or a podcaster or in radio or in television that isn't a little bit about themselves. Anyone who says, oh, no, I'm all about the listeners or the TV viewers or my constituents, they're lying to you. All right. Because anyone in this business, me, you, Austin, whomever, we have a little bit of.
Am I officially in the business?
We have a little bit of. We're kind of all about ourselves. We want to get ourselves out there. We want our voices to be heard. Why do we think our voice is any better than anyone else's voice? You have to have that self-confidence and surety of yourself in order to be successful in any business. And that includes a politician or a podcaster, right? And anyone who says, "Oh, I'm about my radio listeners," that's a lie. First off, in order to survive in this business, you have to be a little bit of a barracuda, and you really have to be a barracuda and full of yourself when you're in politics. Yes, you want to be all about your constituents, and I think Jose Pio is. But is he a narcissist? No, I don't think so. Not in the true definition of the word narcissistic. I think Jose cares about his community, and I think that he has the self-confidence to carry things out.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychologist, but I will play one here on the podcast.
Well, good.
You know what I mean? We all are a little full of ourselves, right? I mean, I think I have things to say that might be interesting. Some other people think I'm obnoxious. It's a matter of you don't think I'm obnoxious. I can be obnoxious.
I know I'm obnoxious.
Yesterday's show was unbelievable. Great guest, Beth Van Ho. I love you, Beth. Beth is out on the boat this weekend with her little boy, and he is becoming quite the sailor. I saw the pictures. They were great, Beth. And Kathy says, lovely is a narcissist. Absolutely. You look up the word in and of itself. Most sociopaths are narcissistic. I don't think Jose Pio is that. And again, nice guy, going to join us for the podcast.
Excited to have
every
him.
Monday, and we are very excited. We're very excited to have him. But if you don't love yourself first, who else is going to love you? And I don't mean the gross kind of love. I don't know what you're doing over there. I mean, if you don't love yourself, if you think you're crappy and you hate yourself, why is anyone else going to have faith in you?
If you're crappy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're crappy and you know it.
All right. That's enough of the whole psychoanalysis bullshit. I can't stand. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because someone said that they thought he was narcissistic. And I wanted to go to bat for him because I do believe there are narcissistic people in this world. There's a lot of them. I don't think he's one of them. I think
He's
it's
just a confident young
just
man.
a guy. Brett says, not a psychologist, but you did stay at the Holiday Inn last night.
Right.
Yes, Brett Lochner, I certainly did.
Had the continental breakfast.
Just cereal. Just they can't screw that up. So let me tell you about my best friend. Today is National Best Friend Day. Do you have a best friend?
Are you really going to narrow that down today? You're going to piss everybody else off?
What do you mean?
Are you going to name one best friend?
I do have one best friend.
Oh, that gets a little shady.
And she is a hot ass Lisa that I've been friends with since 4th grade. In fact, that's
I saw the picture.
My best friend Lisa, who, if you listen to the radio show for years, you know hot ass Lisa, and she's been my best friend. I was in Miss Poley's class in Buckner Elementary. She was in Mr. Wheeler's class, and we were separated by one of those little kind of it's not really, it wasn't a wall, but you could unhook it and it slid back and forth. You know, one of those little
partition.
Yeah, it was like a partition, I guess. And we would always, it would never be closed fully. And so I was sitting I always had to sit at a desk that was against the wall because I talked too much.
Shocker, right?
Can you imagine having kids put their desk up against the wall so they couldn't see the rest of the classroom as punishment? Because but I could see around the partition and she was sitting right there and we passed notes back and forth. So she's my best friend. I have several best friends and I have a couple of here, but I just have one.
All right.
Main best friend. Do we have a little something to play for Best Friends Day, Austin?
Happy Best Friends Day.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Yeah, you've got a friend in me.
You've got a friend. Oh, I get high
From my friend.
I'm just waiting on a friend. Have a good time playing with my friend. You're my best friend. She's my best
Friends, girl.
Bestest friends in the whole world.
You
Bestest.
seriously are my best friend. Like, I can't even lie. Like, you are it. You are the one.
We are it.
Wow.
We are it.
have a best friend?
And if you're
Yeah.
the 11th caller to the hotline and
No.
you know all of those artists,
See, you never did radio, but you've got it down.
you
You've
win a
got
prize.
it down. Yeah, exactly. No, I have all my best friends are girls from elementary school. My best friends here are Cupcake and Sabine. They are my girls, and they're all. In fact, we went out to Hamlin. I'm not a camper, and my friend Sabine and her boyfriend and several friends were out at Hamlin Beach State Park camping over the weekend, and we went out there Saturday night and sat around the campfire. And they have a travel trailer that is really nice. I want one. It's got an island in granite. It's got a fireplace. Now that's my idea of camping.
It's not called camping. It's called glamping.
Glamping. I'm not camping in a tent, but we had fun. We rode bikes around Hamlin Beach State Park. It was a great time over the weekend. And
How many bottles of wine were consumed?
I was drinking Moscow Mules.
Moscow Mules.
Moscow Mules. Of course, we bring the stuff to the campground to make the Moscow Mules, including the copper cups, because that's how I roll. Yes, glamping. So, there's my Sabine. Soapster soaps.
So what's the main ingredient in a Moscow, whatever this thing was?
Tito's vodka.
Oh, okay. There you
Ginger
go.
beer, mint, and some of that. It's Key West sugar mix.
Ecstasy.
Yeah, it's what?
Ecstasy's not in there?
I don't know what ecstasy is.
X. What is-
Ecstasy?
Ecstasy.
No. No, but Sabine, so her boyfriend and Sabine, they own this travel trailer. It's phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got like two, big recliner chairs, and they've got the flat screen on the wall, and it's got like, it's done in farmhouse, kind of like that rustic look. It's better than my first apartment ever was. Pretty phenomenal. We had a great time until the smoke got to me because it was so windy on Saturday, the campfire smoke.
So the
wanna
rookie,
take so
you're
much.
the rookie. They sat you downwind of the fire.
The smoke was going everywhere
was a
because the wind
swirling?
was so, it was,
Oh,
the wind
right.
was so crazy.
Yeah, usually the rookie doesn't know and they take the seat downwind.
Yeah. Well, I was moving around everywhere I moved.
The fire wet.
The fire, the smoke. Yeah.
That's
Lori
because you're
says,
smoking hot.
Lori says, I glamp. It's fun. Yeah, it's the only way. I am not a tent girl, but there's a big, king size bed. The bathroom is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sabine is doing it right, girl. And I told my husband, we have to get one of these now. He said that.
Well, you put all your money in Dogecoin, which is.
I'm sure we're going to make the money.
Which is not doing so well lately.
I'm sure I don't even want to know how much my husband lost. All right. 46% of Americans say they have one best friend. I mean,
Okay.
I have several to kind of fit my needs.
Do you count your spouse? Because Lori is my best friend.
Now isn't that sweet?
I'm contractually
Is she
obligated to say that.
Contractually obligated?
Yes.
Is she your only friend?
She may be.
Okay. 19%. No, wait. What? 43% of people say that their spouse is their best friend. 43%.
All right. That's
say
not
their
bad.
significant other is their best friend. 19% of us say the dog is our best friend.
Well, that was going to be my number 2. But he died. So
you have 2 other dogs,
yeah,
though.
but they're not my Ringo.
They're not,
though.
yeah.
They're not my first baby.
Only 9% say the cat is the best friend.
Yeah.
Why do you got to hate on cats?
Screw the cat.
I love both the cat and the dogs, but
Mhm.
but they're not my best friends. I don't count my husband as my best friend either. Yeah, most of us met our best friend in elementary school, and which were or high school. Popular times to meet your best friends.
Okay.
By high school, I had already solidified most of my great best friends. And last year we did a girls trip before the whole COVID thing started down to Charleston. All the girls that I've known since 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, including my college roommate whom I met in 7th grade. So they're my best friends. They're my girls.
All the cheerleaders.
No, they weren't cheerleaders. They all weren't cheerleaders. Some were cheerleaders. Some were dance team.
Same thing.
And one was just a freaking Mensa member. My roommate in college, Jeannie, who is in Montana right now. And have you ever been on vacation to Montana?
I have not. I have not been.
They are in Immigrant, Montana. And she sent me a picture yesterday. I should have had Austin post it, but it looked like a painting. I looked at that. So she said, this is what we woke up to this morning. They're like camping for real, like camping with the tent and the sleeping bags and the whole thing. And they woke up with deer at their campsite and then this huge mountain range in front of them with the sun. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was the most beautiful picture. And I told her, I said, it doesn't even look real. That's how great that view is. But you know it is because she had her little stakes set up for mosquitoes around that you light with the citronella. So it's
No, I've never been past the Mississippi River. That's as far as I've driven.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, I think a lot of East Coasters don't really get to the West Coast.
Yep.
But that's why I want to buy the travel trailer, because I'm thinking when my husband retires in 20 months.
That's a horrible idea.
What's a horrible idea? The travel trailer?
It's almost as bad as a boat. But apparently you got that. So
my daughter bought a boat.
I know.
My daughter bought a boat.
The worst 2 investments. Travel trailer
Not
and
at all.
boat.
Not at all. Why?
Well, the third worst. Behind
Okay.
Dogecoin is the worst.
So I'm not sleeping in a tent. So
Right.
and I want all of the niceties surrounding me.
A microwave.
My friends Sabine and Neil, I mean, they're camping almost every weekend this summer. I mean, that you get your money out of it after a couple of years, right?
Sure.
Yeah. They went down to where the horses were on the beach. I forget what
South
state.
Carolina or Georgia.
No, it was in Maryland. It
Oh.
was at some big state park where they had the horses on the beach. Those pictures were amazing too. Lori says, I have 1.5 bass and a 40-foot fifth wheel. Girl, I want to camp with you. That's what I want to do. You're not a camping guy though, are you?
If I could go golfing, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go golfing while you're camping?
Why? You can do anything you want when
Oh,
you camp.
Then there you go. I'm
You can
in.
do anything you want. All right. It looks like you can't tell me that this big global internet outage today wasn't hacking related. I know they're saying it's not. Put on your tinfoil hat. Give me the
All right.
tinfoil hat. Let me put it on. Let me put it on because I'm a conspiracy theorist at heart, you guys. You can't tell me that they were pissed because I think the feds were able to get the money back from Colonial Pipeline. I do believe that they
got some of the Bitcoin
they
back.
got some of the Bitcoin back. I don't know how one goes about doing that, but wait, I wrinkled your face.
Can't give her anything. She ruins everything she touches.
I squished it. But yeah, they were able to get some of the money back.
Uh-huh.
So Colonial Pipeline and the meat company that was hacked last week, right? You can have your hat. You can have. Oops, sorry.
It also doubles as a funnel. We could.
Yeah, you can. So
Right.
today there was this big outage. What, the New York Times, Twitch, Pinterest, The Guardian, Hulu, Amazon, Google,
Yeah.
Target, Spotify, a crap ton of others.
Yeah, it was an iCloud hack of
Yeah.
some nature.
So San Francisco-based cloud computing services Fastly
Right.
announced that they were having technical issues. So huge swaths of the internet went down today and people were freaking the F out. Now, again, they say it's a technical issue and it's a glitch and they got most everything, fixed. They said you might experience an origin load.
What?
I don't want to know what your origin load
Right.
is. It sounds messy.
Yeah.
To me.
That can't be good.
Any kind of origin load. Do you know what an origin load is, Austin? You're like a techie.
Don't answer that, Austin.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but 6 a.m. this morning, just
Well,
when
most origin loads happen at 6 a.m. in the
6
morning.
a.m. in the morning when the East Coast is just waking up and logging online and getting ready to do business, everything just, mysteriously blows up and no one can access any of those sites.
Yeah. Somebody spilled a Pepsi on the computer.
Oops, what happens when I push that button?
Right.
Right? So
Right.
I just don't think that was accidental. I don't think that what happened to Fastly, this internet provider, this cloud computing firm, had this big outage accidentally. I think that there are, bad actors behind such things, testing things out just to see what they can mess with that's really going to cause a major disruption
That's a good
down the
point.
line, right?
Yeah, why not?
That's what I think. And the bad actors obviously are Russians. Here's what I think they should do. Instead of getting the Bitcoin back,
always the Russians.
you hunt these bastards down, you shoot them in the head, then you post their pictures on social media and say, this is what happens to people who hack American products and services. If you
Right.
hack Colonial Pipeline, if you hack the U.S. meat company, where that was, if you hack the U.S. internet services, the cloud computing services, we will hunt you down and we will kill you. It's very simple. They have
Right.
people that can do that. You have to, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen at some point in time. If they haven't, and you have to hope that the electrical grids are hack proof, but nothing is hack proof, right? Nothing is 100%. There's always someone smarter than you are.
Well, what are the three basic things of life, right? Food, clothing, and shelter.
Mhm.
Food,
Right?
right? That was the milk plant.
The meat. Yeah.
Shelter,
Yeah.
the pipeline, gas, and everything. Well, not necessarily natural gas,
Right.
But just in general,
Right.
And clothing, Amazon shut down,
God forbid you can't order that summer dress, ladies.
right? Well, I mean, that's big time interruption right there.
But that's
So your thing is hanging in the public square. We should go back to that.
no, I just say hunt them down wherever they happen
And
to
just
be.
shoot them. Don't
You-
hang them. Just straight up shoot them.
What's the movie
you actually
that Matt
said in the
Damon
head,
plays in?
too.
What's that movie that he's one of those assassins? What's get-
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen all those.
you've seen all the movies? What are they called? The Matt Damon movies.
Oh, the Bourne.
The
The
Bourne.
Bourne. We need Jason Bourne. We need Jason Bourne to climb up the side of the building, get into some kind of window,
and just shoot everybody
and
in
just
the head.
shoot all the bad actors that are causing the hacks. You get rid of them. I know a few ever. It's like whack-a-mole. You got to whack an assassin. You got to get them all. But honestly, I think if you send a message that the U.S. isn't going to allow this kind of shiatsu, then you fix the problem, right? You let them know that you're not going to hack American corporations. You're not going to hack, American products and services, and we fix that issue.
Okay, wait a minute. I got a disclaimer. The We the People Podcast Network does not acknowledge that
Violence?
Kimberly Ray wants to go out and shoot people in the head.
No, but these are people that are doing or trying to do harm to the American public and American corporations that we do business through, right? I mean, honestly, you find them.
Shoot them all right in the head.
Shoot them in the head. I mean, that's, yes, born. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. But yeah,
Right.
so I know they're going to say that this is probably an internal issue and they got it fixed. But the conspiracy theorist in my head tells me that there's much more to this particular story, especially since the hacks of major proportion just happened last week. I'm thinking that they're seeing how far they can push the envelope. And if they're made to get back the money, they're going to ramp up.
Dirty Russians.
It's the dirty Russians. That's exactly right. Hey, don't mess with my Target. I like to order off Target. They've got some great stuff.
All right.
I'm not a violent person.
Well, apparently you are. It sure sounds like it.
I'm not a
shoot
violent.
them all in the head.
I'm a very nice girl.
Okay.
If I find out my husband takes my daughter on a drug deal in the same car, I guarantee you I'm going to hunt him down with a baseball bat and I'm going to beat the living hell out of him. Again, I'm not a violent person and I do not. I don't advocate for violence, but he ought to have his ass whipped. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Mayor Lovely Warren's husband. There he is.
Wait a minute.
He covers up his head because he's such a shitbag, right? He's a shitbag. Who takes their 10-year-old daughter in the same car on a drug deal? Who does that? Shitbag here. Who covers up his head because he's such a shitbag. Honestly, if I'm Lovely Warren, your ass is mine. And I am beating that ass big time. I'm not again, I don't advocate for violence, but did you read that 98-page federal indictment of charges? Wow. You take your daughter.
Yeah, that's not good.
On a drug deal. And it happened a week before he was busted. What was the date?
He's just trying to teach her some street smarts. Yeah, no.
What a piece.
There's no way to twist that.
Of dirt, right?
There's no way to twist
Kathy
that.
says amen. In his wife's Lincoln. Yes. In the big SUV, he did a drug deal. Not only did he take his daughter on the drug deal, but he used his wife's car to do it. His wife being Mayor Lovely Warren.
Yeah, there's no spin for this.
I don't know.
That's why she claimed the victim card, because she couldn't spin it.
And I'm assuming she didn't see the federal outline until the rest of us saw the federal outline. I mean, maybe they did her a solid and sent her the federal papers before the rest of us got to see the federal papers. I'm thinking not, because they really don't owe her. But can you imagine Lovely Warren? She's an attorney. She's sitting there reading the federal, charges, and she says, "What?
Yeah.
What did he do?" I mean, that's me. I would lose my ever-loving mind.
Yeah.
How dare you, as a father of our child? She's in the front seat while dad gets in the back seat and does a drug deal with one of the other guys listed in the indictment.
Yeah, there's no spin on this. He's going to prison. I don't know.
He better hope he gets to prison before she beats the hell out of him. Now, I'm just speaking as a normal woman. Mayor Lovely Warren is not a normal woman. Maybe she doesn't see the need to beat his ass, but gosh, I certainly would.
How do you know she didn't?
I don't even know. Right. He was purchasing, and I quote, bulk quantities, Timothy Granison.
Well, it's a business decision.
He was purchasing bulk quantities of crack cocaine from the Siplin family, Jason Siplin Sr. and Siplin Jr. I think one is in his 40s and one is 27. But that's what he was doing.
All right.
And one of the deals in May, a week before he was busted, involved his daughter.
Well, is she still claiming that it's a political hack job, that they went after her and did all that because he's with her and they're trying to tie it in?
I don't know how you call this a political hack job now. And by the way, so federal prosecutors say Lovely Warren and Tim Granison's daughter was in the SUV when one drug deal went down on May 14th. They also say Timothy Granison did another deal using a car registered to Lovely on May 16th. That next Wednesday, he was arrested on his way to another major drug deal with 32 grams of crack cocaine in his car and upwards of $51,000.
He's doing more drug deals than we do podcasts.
You're busy, you know, to supply and demand, right? It's the American way. It's the capitalist, society. Also arrested in that wiretap investigation were 39-year-old DeKedron Dublin, Jason Siplin Jr., Ernest Gamble, and Latrice Jackson. And I think some of those are also cousins of Mayor Lovely Warren. But when I saw, and by the way, he also left her at home on that day when he was busted to go do a drug deal, left the 10-year-old at home.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Where they lived in the house that is, registered, or, her name is on the house, on the deed.
Mm-hmm.
And he left her at home. And when state police were there and alerted Mayor Lovely Warren of what was going on, she didn't even go get the kid. She had a member of her security service go get the kid. So this poor kid is just, what a life, right? Yeah.
The bottom line is the drug deal was more important than his child. That's the bottom line.
On multiple occasions.
Yeah, right.
On not just one occasion.
I mean, he left her home one time, right? That was wrong.
Bad parenting, right?
And then he brought her one time. That was wrong. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is don't do drug deals, right?
No, the bottom line is be a decent human being and raise a decent human being, and don't take your 10-year-old along with it. She can't see what's going on in the back seat. She's in the front seat. Why is daddy getting in the back seat? Is that weird? Have you ever in your life been in a car with your dad in the back seat? My dad was never in the back seat of any car that I could. Well, okay, we had a Pinto. There was no back seat. But you know what I mean?
Right.
My dad, as long as I've ever known my parents before he passed away in 2005, never rode in any back seat, never got out and sat in a back seat. Why would your father get in the back seat? Weird. You think she's asking herself that? You think the 10-year-old of Lovely Warren and Timothy Granison know what's going on?
She's too busy playing the victim card.
He's a shitbag and she's not much better. If she didn't physically go over there and beat the shit out of him, she is not any better than he is. Because I'm going to tell you, Mama Bear would come out and that would be all for that man.
Again, the We the People podcast network does not encourage any violence on any other human beings. We do not encourage anybody to beat the shit out of anybody or shoot anybody in the head.
I'm just telling you, man.
You're on fire today.
It's a 10-year-old. She's a baby.
I'm a little scared.
You should back it up. I did tell you that I threatened to stab my husband with a fork once, right?
Right.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Okay, he probably did.
I didn't stab him with a fork, but I threatened. You get so mad sometimes. You're just like, oh.
It was a jagged spoon.
Why are you such a dumbass?
It was a shaved spoon.
And that's when he knew I might be slightly crazy. But
yeah,
just a word. I mean,
most cheerleaders are. I've seen all those movies.
You start doing stuff like that and you put your kid in harm's way. What if there had been a drive-by? Because you can't tell me it doesn't happen on all the streets where these drug deals and drug houses were, right? You've seen some of the addresses.
Well, then instead of it just being a sad story, it would be horrific.
It would be horrific.
Yeah.
But he took his daughter on a drug deal where any rival drug dealer, and by the way, this Jason Siplin, who was selling Timothy Granison bulk, not my words, the federal investigation documents, bulk quantities of crack cocaine.
He's a mid-level guy.
He's a mid-level, exactly. That, he's been shot by a rival drug dealer before. So it is not unheard of that you can be sitting in a car doing a deal and a rival dealer, drives by and shoots up your car. It could have happened.
Could have happened.
It didn't happen, but it could have happened. And then where are we?
Well, it's a whole different story.
Then the headline reads much differently. And why in the hell the local media isn't pounding this story and asking her questions and pounding on the doors of,
she's paying for advertising
of the mayor's office. Why isn't the media covering this bigger? Why aren't you camping out in front of where Mayor Lovely Warren lives? Where does she live? Are you not going over to her house? You know where she lives. Why are you not there camped out every single day trying to ask her questions? What did you say, Mayor, to your husband who took your daughter on a drug deal? What did you say? Did you have a conversation? There's a lot of questions. I mean, I can write them down and send them to the members of the media if you can't figure out what to say. But honestly,
why is Mr. Evans not saying anything?
Because he's afraid. Mm-hmm. Because the media are afraid. The Berkeley Breens, and Gary Craigs of the world should be camped out wherever she is, asking her questions, pounding the questions. Why did you allow this to go on? Did you know about the extra money? Did the preachers funnel drug money into your campaign? They need to pound the mayor, and they're not doing it. Why? That's the question.
Power.
I don't know.
Because the real reason
but it drives me crazy.
The real reason is the general public. The general public
is a shitbag.
The real reason is the general public does not care, and she's going to get reelected.
She is going to get reelected.
And when she gets reelected, what's going to happen to all those people?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
That's why.
That's why they're all running scared. And you know what?
Because they know she won't be beat.
Shame on the local media if that's why you're running scared. Shame on the news directors of all the TV stations that if you're not sending over your reporter to stalk her endlessly and do your journalistic duty, shame on you if you're scared that once she gets reelected, the wrath of Lovely will come down on your head.
Right.
But there's no reason why you shouldn't be pounding the crap out of that.
Brother Chad just showed up.
I know. I am on fire today. But one of these locations was
do you want the hat, Chad?
Was Glenwood Avenue. One of these drug locations was this was a drug house. Street. What's Glenwood Avenue like?
It's over there off of Dewey, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever shown a house over there. But I wouldn't have a problem doing that. I mean, where there's a drug house, there's drug money. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's over by where the RPD officer got stabbed in the face a couple years ago in that same neighborhood, Locust Street, Glenwood, Glendale.
Bottom line is Timothy Granison is a shitbag, and the local media isn't doing their due diligence in tracking down and stalking daily Mayor Lovely Warren because they should be. They're lazy. They're not doing their jobs. They're doing the community a disservice. The community wants to know what Mayor Lovely thinks. Make it so that she can't get away. Stick a microphone in her face every time she comes in and out of a door or in and out into an SUV. He was in her car. He was using her car for drug deals. He had illegal guns in her house.
She's going to win in a landslide.
Oh, it kills me. That kills me. Stop it. Larry, Steuben County's district attorney is covering a major operation, one level up south just of Rochester. What about CPS? Rich Martinez. What about CPS? You got your daughter in a car doing a drug deal and CPS is silent. Nothing.
Nothing to see here.
Why is local media not going to CPS and say, hey, are you investigating the Lovely Warrens?
If that was anybody else, that child would be in foster care.
Mr. and Mrs. Lovely Warren took their kid on a drug deal. Where is CPS? Why are people not doing their jobs? Why are people not more incensed about this? I guess it's no big deal. A 10-year-old was taken on a drug deal. Nah. Mom doesn't care.
She got ice cream afterwards. No.
I don't know. I'm incensed about the whole thing. It drives me crazy. Hey, we love our advertisers, and we hope that you support our advertisers as well. Fantuzzo's Acupuncture, Precision Lawn and Garden up in Webster with Kimberly and Justin. Of course, Taylor Heating and Plumbing and Express Sealers. We want you to support our advertisers because they support us and we appreciate them. So check them out. You can find them on the We the People Podcast Network. And if you're interested in advertising, and I think Tina did, and Tina, I'm not ignoring you. I will get to you. I promise we will talk today. We had another individual reach out and she would like to advertise her business on the We the People Podcast Network and Kimberly's Revolution, which I appreciate. So thank you very much. Going to be very soon adding another advertiser to the whole, spiel of things. I love it. All right. So I want to just tell you, while I'm on a roll, I'm watching
the We the People Podcast Network does not endorse anything said out of the mouth of Kimberly Ray. No, I'm just kidding.
You said you were on a roll.
I'm a very calm person otherwise. But when
she's basically threatened to beat everybody today.
When there needs to be an ass beaten, there needs to be an ass beaten. Am I wrong?
That's why I came up here. I was worried you were kicking Tom's ass.
It wouldn't be too hard.
I get angry about such things.
Am I on?
You're on.
You're on.
What's going on? And then I'm going to tell you about a show I watched that is phenomenal. Oh, and it's National Best Friend Day. Who's your best friend? Just Tom said his wife.
Yes.
Oh, see, and I got to try to follow that. That's a setup if I've ever seen
Who's
one.
your best friend?
That's a worse setup than what the Irondequoit Police Department did to me.
Mayor Lovely Warren is my best friend. Beat your husband's ass, Lovely. Beat it and hard. Beat it.
I have several best friends.
You do?
Yes. I have my wife.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes, I have my wife. And then I have two pretty rock solid childhood friends.
You do?
Yeah. Well, one is a childhood friend, met him in first grade, my buddy Dave Dobson. We've been, two peas in a pod literally since first grade.
Yeah.
And then I met my other lifetime best friend, Jason Madigan, in high school.
See,
sophomores in high school.
There it is. The majority of
covered
people,
all the buckets.
He did. He covered all the buckets. That 46% of Americans say they have one best friend, and the majority of us met him in elementary or high school. So there you are. You're a normal individual.
And I got to say,
is that the only thing Chad Hummel's normal at?
Probably. And Tom's a close fourth place over here.
That's all right.
Someone wants to know what's up.
I'm thinking more brothers than friends, Chad.
Yeah.
More. Yeah. Well, it's good to have friends. It's good to have friends. Someone wants to know what's up at 8:30, Chad. Brett wants to know what's up at 8:30.
Well, that's the other reason why
Somebody
here.
leaked something.
I got yelled at.
You did get yelled at.
Yeah, I got yelled at. I went on Facebook about 45 minutes ago, and I mentioned something about doing a Facebook Live tonight at 8:30, and within seconds, my phone blows up.
Kimberly Ray.
The wrath. Yeah. What do you mean you're doing Facebook Live? That's so 1980s. You got to get on the We the People Podcast Network that you created.
Look around this room. We have the microphone. We've got lights. We've got camera. We've got Tom. We've got Austin.
It's so much easier just to sit at home on your couch, though, and hit the Facebook Live button.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but you want it to look good.
Yeah,
that's why we're here. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, listen. Hey, you know what?
You guys are right. I came here to apologize.
It's your checkbook. I'm just saying you bought all this equipment. What are you doing? Just doing, Facebook at 8:30.
It's a valid point.
And then I wanted to take a baseball bat and no, I didn't.
It's a valid point.
I'm really afraid of her, Chad. I'm just trying to stay calm. It's like which bear do you not attack and you just sit still?
I am a tad,
Is it the brown bear that you just don't move?
Austin, right. Help me out
I feel like I'm in front of a big brown bear right now. I'm just not moving.
No, I'm a polar bear. Where your ass is this grass from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'd be more than happy to come on back up to the We the People podcast studios tonight.
Maybe we can get Brother Austin to.
I got a little bit
to your Facebook page.
I got a little bit of a time constraint, but if we can do something around 8:45.
Yeah, we're waiting for your regular podcast time.
Well, maybe tonight. Maybe I parlay my my post on Facebook about 45 minutes ago into.
Hey, don't do it. Don't do us any favors.
No. We'll launch it. We'll launch it into
seriously
the Got Freedom podcast tonight.
We're just your partners. That's okay. Screw it.
You only bought all this equipment, but don't do us any favors.
Grab a mic.
Do what you want. Just go on Facebook.
Don't look to me. I don't know.
Make Zuckerberg, more money. Whatever you got going on. Can't be bothered. I can't be bothered either.
She's pretty scary today.
All right, so Got Freedom.
Got Freedom.
I
Got
like
Freedom
it.
gets launched at 8:45 tonight.
Got Freedom. I can see the
Programming
t-shirts and the
change.
coffee mugs now. Got Freedom.
From behind bars.
You better trademark that.
I have a T-shirt that says it.
Got free. Yeah, just get it. Let's trademark it. Got Freedom on the We the People Podcast Network. Now you
All
just
right.
got to pick a time.
No, we should
8:45 tonight.
I don't want to bother you.
we should ask Austin if he can be here at 8:30 tonight to do this.
I thought you could be here.
I can.
You
but
know
I'll
how
need
to
more-
roll it. It's
I'll-
just one person.
I'll
Yeah.
need more training.
It's just
So I'll have Austin go over it with
you
me.
said
Sit there and watch him when Matt Fritz comes in next.
All right,
Matt Fritz is coming in
I'll
next.
have a little more training, and then I'll be here to help you.
Matt Fritz is coming in.
By
next
the way,
week.
where did you hide my whiskey bottle?
It's empty.
No, did you drink it?
Listen, it's like in high school when I used to find my brother's cigarettes in his book bag and I'd crush them.
Where
dumped
did you put my whiskey bottle?
I dumped it down the drain.
No, I know that's sick.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way Chad Hummel did
He
that.
put it in a glass and he dumped it down his throat. Same
Well,
thing.
If you
Same thing.
do you really want to know the truth?
Yes, where is
He
it?
drank it.
Well, when you come into the office on a Monday morning to work, and the first thing you see is a whiskey bottle sitting on the desk in the lobby,
Is that bad?
What's wrong with
and
that?
you got clients coming into the office,
It was a rough weekend.
you take the whiskey bottle and you stick it in a drawer somewhere. So, like an Easter egg hunt,
Yeah, I've been
After
looking
this
for it
podcast,
for 2 weeks.
You go find it.
go downstairs and start opening drawers, and you'll find it.
Damn it.
Hey, I wanted to show you a picture since you're here. And and by the way, I just want to tell you what first, do you watch HBO Max? Do you have HBO Max? Everything
Yes, but I don't
is
watch it.
everything is
You wouldn't give me your password.
I know. Everything is you have to
I'll trade you a Hulu account.
you have to subscribe. Everything is a subscription now. It
I'll
drives me
trade you a
crazy.
Facebook Live for a We the People podcast tonight at 8:45.
So HBO Max has this new show that I love. It's called Mayor of Easttown. Have you seen it? Yes. Kate Winslet is in it. Mayor
Wow.
of Easttown.
Nice.
I am so invested in the characters on this show. It takes
They're all Hollywood liberal hacks, aren't they?
it takes place outside of Philadelphia. She is a police detective. There are multiple teenage girls going missing and end up murdered. It is a great show. She's flawed to the point where you just want to shake her. It is a great show. It's like 7 episodes. I'm on number 6 right now. There are some shocking events that come up, but Mayor of Easttown. Have any of you guys watched it?
No, we can't afford HBO Max.
It is, but I mean, I adore it. It is a good show. The other picture I have is for the insurrection fans, and you're one of them.
Oh, don't say that.
You're one of them. So let's just throw up our little insurrection picture here.
I like peaceful protests.
Apparently, U.S. intelligence knew that that these, protesters were planning a war and had been planning a war for weeks on the Capitol steps.
Horseshit.
U.S. intelligence knew that Trump fans were planning a January 6th war for weeks, but did nothing to protect Capitol cops. That's according to the story. There's the one guy. Look at him. I only put this picture there because the one guy kills me.
Does he have horns on his
That
head?
is a great Halloween costume.
Right.
Yeah. The report criticized the FBI, Homeland Security for failing to predict the attack. Apparently, there were online conversations about tunnels. The online threats talked about tunnels connected to the Capitol building. Forget the Capitals, get into the building, stand outside Congress, break the windows. It was apparently all talked about online. And according to the story, U.S. intelligence knew and did not act on stopping it or preventing it from happening.
A war? Did they use the word war?
They used the word war.
How many guns did they confiscate that day?
I don't think they confiscated any guns.
I believe they were muskets, Chad.
So these people showed up in Halloween costumes for war?
That's what they
With
said.
no weapons?
With no weapons.
Yeah, it sounds like they were there for war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said that Capitol
Makes
Police
sense.
and intelligence agencies, including the FBI, knew that Trump supporters were threatening to storm the Capitol and wanted to target Democrat lawmakers, but didn't ask, according to the bipartisan Senate report. I don't know if I believe that because, again, I don't believe anything that is written in some U.S. papers now. A lot of them are liberal rags. I don't know if U.S. intelligence, I think they knew that there was going to be a protest and that people were coming to the Washington, D.C. to state, their opinions. But I don't know that anyone had predicted such a thing. Right? I mean, that's my thought.
Somebody just made a great point. Wander this.
How do they know if
commenters?
How do they know if commenters even ended up going? I mean, that's a great question.
So they see a bunch of chatter on the internet, and then a bunch of people show up not prepared for war,
right?
And they connect those two dots together, just like that,
right? According to the Senate report, some of the commenters were saying, "Bring guns. It's now or never." But I don't know a lot of people that were protesting that day, the day that you were there. Did you bring guns?
I didn't see a single weapon the entire day.
Did you say, "Where's your guns? It's now or never"? I mean, maybe that guy did. That's all with the horn thing. I mean, I don't know what he's got going on.
It's a good thing you weren't there, Kimberly. Shit would have hit the fan.
I said to do that to the Russian hackers, the bad actors. But, these are like idiots that are behind screens in some foreign country, taking your money and making it so you don't have any meat or gasoline. Pisses you off, doesn't it? Find them, shoot them, make examples. Done. Period.
Meat's bad for the environment.
We would have had to drive the checkbook to Washington.
I'm just saying there's an easy way to take care of things. You make sure that they don't mess with the United States any longer.
Shoot them in the head, right?
That's what you do.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe
Tom's over here espousing violence.
Maybe that's what I do. Exactly. I mean,
right.
I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to ask you if you saw a bunch of guns or if you ever heard anyone shout, "It's now or never," and storm the Capitol and break the windows.
I was in close proximity to thousands and thousands of people over the course of 5 or 6 hours that day. And I never saw a single weapon.
Right.
Never heard a single cry for war or anything.
So nobody went all
lines.
Braveheart and went charge.
And the question is, who shot Ashley Babbitt? She was the Air Force, the woman that was in the Air Force that was going through a window and unarmed.
Yeah.
And did get shot. I mean, someone's saying, who shot her? Brian, that's a good question.
There had to be a gun somewhere.
Well, Capitol Police had
Who
guns.
shot Roger Rabbit? Is that what that says?
I don't know.
Who shot Ashley
It
Babbitt?
does not. And President Biden.
She's still alive?
Hashtag not my president.
Hashtag not my president. He's a little.
Wait a minute.
He's challenged.
He's about ready to wake up from his nap now.
Yes.
3 o'clock. Doesn't he get up at 3 o'clock?
Wake up from his nap.
Looks dead.
Put in his teeth and have some applesauce.
Right. He looks like the We the People podcast studio when there's no air conditioning.
I'm not being ageist, but that's what my grandpa did.
That's what Kimberly looked like yesterday.
He ate
when it was 77 degrees in here.
My grandpa got up and would put his teeth in, and then he had stomach cancer, so he ate baby food a lot. Not a good look. But there's Joe Biden. I guess he forgot yesterday was the anniversary of D-Day, the 77th anniversary of D-Day, where some of the greatest generation of men and women saved this country from the likes of Hitler and Japan, right? Germany and Japan stopped two major insurrections, I guess, right?
World insurrections.
Stop them from taking over the United States, which is what Japan wanted to do. And Hitler, in his own mind, wanted to take over the world. But the greatest generation, and he didn't at all yesterday on social media issue one word about the anniversary of D-Day. They didn't post on a social media account about anything. Didn't reference the 77th anniversary of Operation Overlord on either his personal Twitter account or his official President of the United States account. He's disgraceful. That is what we have for a President of the United States. Someone that doesn't even remember to mention that the greatest wars ever won were by American men and women who I don't even know how many lives were lost on the beaches of Normandy that day and all the beaches. But
God,
very
God,
sad.
God bless our heroes.
Was
God
it
bless
over
our
when the
heroes.
Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yes.
It was. One of the greatest movies ever.
Mhm.
One of the greatest movies ever. All right. So that is it for Kimberly's Revolution today. Let me tell you about my best friend, which is the name of today's Kimberly's Revolution. And of course, we appreciate, and the show is brought to you by Rock Fox Productions, which is in Bushnell's Basin. So if you're thinking, or your company's thinking about doing a podcast, Fitz will get you set up. So it's Rock Vox, VOX Productions.
Yes, live at 8:45 tonight. The opening of Got Freedom with Chad Hummel. I'm really excited about this.
In the studio, right?
You being so bitchy today got something done.
I wasn't being bitchy. I'm just being me.
You being so bitchy got Chad here, and we're going to get him moving. I like it.
I am not. I wasn't being bitchy. I'm just like, hey, we have a studio that you paid for. What are you doing?
I like it.
I'm being a realist. That's what I am.
We're going to go ape shit on the school districts tonight.
Are you?
Yes.
From the We the People podcast studios?
Right here.
You're awesome.
Live, high above Irondequoit, New York.
That's what I like to hear. Do you have Tom's take? Do we have time for Tom's take?
Well,
is it long? Is it lengthy?
It was going to be a little lengthy because I figured we had nothing to do today.
But he was going to say a lot of bad shit about me, so now I'm here. He can't do it.
It was actually Professor Tom.
Oh, Professor. We'll save it for
Do you
tomorrow.
need my glasses?
I was going to take.
You have court tomorrow. Do you have court tomorrow?
I have court tomorrow night. Yeah, Irondequoit Town Hall.
Oh, okay.
Programming updates for tomorrow.
Stand with Chad. Stand
stand
with
with
Chad. What time are we doing the show tomorrow?
I haven't talked to
4 to 5.
I haven't talked to Mr. Hummel about that. So
okay, 4 to 5.
I think so. I
Stand
think court's
with Chad.
I think court's at 5:30.
Okay.
So we'll get out of here and go down to the town hall, right? Stand with Chad.
Just like we did last time.
It is happening. All
so
right.
Professor Tom was gonna have a monthly update on the economy because of my C that I got in economics at MCC. I figured
In
that
your
I
3
was
years at MCC.
Oh, but by the way, in my 3rd year at MCC, I met my wife.
Okay, in your third year.
So that was the best year of my life.
2-year college.
It was the best year of my life. If I hadn't gone the 3rd
It's
year,
been the best 70 years of your life.
I never
since you
would have met her.
Someone says
anyways,
Rock the Truth is a good name. Rock the Truth. That's a good one.
So anyways, I was going to go over all this economic stuff to get people up to date, but it's too boring, so we won't do that.
Sounds fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah, it does sound boring. I agree. Let's move on.
All right. What do we always say?
Go America.
On Best Friend Day.
God bless. Be kind to others.
Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.